You can't pour new wine into old bottles. Most people who try manifestation techniques never see real results, at least not in the way they expect. And studies suggest that only a fraction of people actually achieve what they set out to manifest. The truth is that most people are approaching manifestation wrong, if you can even do that, because they've been taught a misleading, watered down, and frankly, a little fear-based version of manifestation. And today I'm going to show you what's really going on and how to make manifestation work for you. Get the essence of manifestation instead of giving away your energy. Hello, I'm Marta and welcome to my channel. So manifestation has become widely popular with countless techniques promising really fast results. I know you've been there because I've been there too. I believe that all of that is there to teach us something and is also a part of this process. But let's be real. If it were as simple as repeating affirmations or visualizing for 10 minutes a day, wouldn't everyone already have their dream life? The truth is, most of what's taught about manifestation only scratches the surface, over-promising what can happen in the 3D instantly. The problem isn't that you're not doing enough or doing it wrong. The real issue is that you might be holding onto patterns that block your manifestations without even realizing it. So here's my hot take. Most techniques are there to attract desperate, frustrated, and strongly attached to the outcome people, promising quick results and barely touching the surface of manifesting. And I'm not saying this to offend anybody, because otherwise I would also be offending myself. I say it with love, but we humans, we desperate sometimes. So later in this video, I will share what you need to do in order to resume the fun experience of manifesting so that you are in the flow and ease and attract the life you love. So does manifestation work? Yes, 100% it does. And you will absolutely get all that you want because your desires are part of you and are for you to experience them. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be conscious of them. You want these things because you are meant for more. You want these things because your fulfillment includes them. It all works, but not in the way you've been taught. Obsessing over affirmations, repeating techniques like a robot, or being the Lulu won't get you there. If anything, it drains you, makes you anxious, and burns you out. And frankly, makes you miss on a big part of what manifesting is all about, which will be your biggest power. So stop chasing success stories of people who say they affirm nonstop for 24 hours and got their dream life overnight. Because you're still focused on the external, leaking your energy there instead of keeping it within yourself. People who manifest overnight are exceptions, not the rule, and might not even be true, because you never know, because anybody can claim anything, right? Living in the Lululand and just in the wish fulfilled and affirming that. You don't know. And assuming you're the exceptions is the fastest way to disappointment. You are unique, of course, because nobody is like you. However, you're also not unique in the way metaphysics work, because they work the same for everybody. So you're not the exception. And lots of manifestation coaches and content creators say that manifestation is about being and not doing. But what does it mean in practice for you? And here's how I look at it. So if you've been stuck or frustrated or exhausted from trying different methods, it's probably because of one of these hidden blocks. You're attached to the outcome, constantly checking if it's working in the 3D. You're stuck in old patterns, unconsciously repeating the same thoughts and emotions over and over again, giving them your attention. You believe in separation, thinking your manifestation is out there instead of something already within you. You delay the happiness, believing that once you get what you want, then you'll feel complete. You think manifestation is about techniques and executing them, when in reality techniques are just tools or permission slips. They don't create your reality. You do. You let your negative thoughts spiral, believing they have power over your results. You keep waiting for signals in the 3D world instead of shifting your internal state first, because 3D is just a reflection. So all of these things leak your energy, keeping you trapped in the very state you're trying to escape, because with all that you focus on the external confirmations, manifesting more waiting, instead of knowing it in your very core that it is yours and giving it to yourself here and now. And the truth is, manifestation isn't about techniques. It's all about your state of being. And to shift that, you only need two things: self-observation and awareness. And one may argue that these are the same things, and I think that too, but I see this in like two stages anyway. So your attention creates your reality. If your energy is constantly leaking into these patterns, you'll only manifest more of them, because what you focus on is what grows. So step one, start observing where your energy is going and what you feel during the day and what you think during the day, just to gain the awareness of what's going on. And step two, as your awareness increases, something powerful happens. You stop reacting, stop resisting, and start seeing yourself, but really seeing who you are. And that's when transformation begins. So in the next section, we'll explore how exactly we can do just that. Now let's talk briefly about the biggest misconception in manifestation. Why do we want anything? Why do we seek for things? A relationship, money, success? Because we believe that it will make us feel a certain way. Joyful, secure, fulfilled, loved. And here's the twist. The feeling is what we actually want. The external stuff is just a permission slip we give ourselves to finally feel it. And guess what? That feeling is already available to you right now, right here. Boom, instant manifestation of the state you can feel in your physical body. You can really experience it as if it's happening right now, because it is. And this is what most manifestation teachers actually mean when they say techniques work, because every technique can work. When used feelingly, will give you the feeling of experiencing it here and now. They don't make something magically appear. They help you embody the feeling of already having it. And when you do that, your 3D world reflects it back, always with a time delay, because it's just a reflection of your inner state. Not instantly, not always in the way you expect, but it does. And the moment you stop obsessing, stop needing it to happen in a certain way, in a certain time, and just live in the feeling, that's when the magic unfolds. Now, a lot of people say, but don't I have to heal first, do shadow work and remove limiting beliefs? No, and here is why. When you simply observe yourself without judgment, patiently, awareness naturally increases. You start to understand your triggers, what brings you joy, and what holds you back. This alone brings clarity and inner peace, because you get to know who you are and what you are about. Awareness is like a flashlight. Wherever you shine it, things become visible. This is why at first you might feel more anxiety and doubt coming to the surface. It's not because you're doing anything wrong, but because deeper layers of your subconscious are coming to light. You uncover what's there. And the best part, you don't have to fight these emotions. All you need to do is acknowledge them, accept them, love them, thank them for serving the purpose, and allow them to dissolve naturally, feeling the relief. That's how true change happens, day by day. By letting yourself feel, you increase your awareness, which might bring more subconscious shadows to the surface. And you may think, I did all this work and now this comes up again. But this doesn't mean you've regressed. In fact, it's quite the opposite. With this level of awareness, nothing remains hidden. These shadows arise on their own because you no longer operate with just a flashlight. Now you have this dimmer switch gradually brightening everything. And in doing so, you eliminate the darkness where those shadows once resided. Because the darkness is not a thing on its own. It's simply absence of light. And the same like fear is just absence of love. So when you bring in the light, trying to understand and accept, the darkness has no choice but just dissolve, dissipate, disappear. Healing is just increasing your awareness really about who you truly are. Because once you do, all that is not for you or isn't yours becomes redundant and so easy to let go of. Just like, old jacket you don't wear anymore, doesn't go with any of your new clothes, but it's just still there out of sentiment. But it will be so much easier to get rid of it once you have no sentiment about it at all, because you know this isn't you anymore. And the shadow work, inner child work, limiting beliefs, decoding are really helpful and can speed up the work for some if this is what you want to do. But they are not absolutely crucial because the end result is the same, higher consciousness. So instead of asking, what else do I need to do? Start asking, What do I need to let go of? And here is the shift. Instead of trying to force manifestation to work, start by removing the resistance. And that starts with self-observation and awareness. So self-observation is my stage number 1, where you just observe yourself during the day, checking in with yourself to know what you're dealing with. And before you can shift your reality, you need to see where your energy is going. Start noticing these things during the day. When do I feel scarcity or doubt creeping in? What patterns keep showing up in your life? Where are you placing your focus? On lack or on the possibility? And really commit to this. Choose one of the methods that work for you best and spend some time in the morning for yourself before you commit to your employer, and journal your emotions, reflections, and observations, or meditate to create some stillness, resting in your awareness by just being aware of what you feel and think. And you can repeat mantra I am if needed. You can also incorporate some gratitude practice to notice what you have now and be thankful for it. And daily check-ins. How do you feel right now? Where is your energy going? Or you can do focused visualizations just for the experience and not the outcome. Try what works for you and keep it for a while to really experience its results. And the thing number 2, and the second stage, the increasing of your awareness by resting in your consciousness, is a practice of you feeling who you really are. The awareness of being, and trying to dwell in it as much as possible during the day, in meditation, before you go to sleep, trying to just being grateful for who you are, repeating to yourself, I am, and just seeing this as an opportunity in the moments of trigger or anger or something happening in your life. Always come back to being the observer of what is happening rather than reacting to what's happening. And you don't have to heal every want, fix every limiting belief, or clear every block before you manifest. But you do need to observe them and accept them. Otherwise, without acceptance, there is just resistance. And what resists persists. And when you sit in awareness, without judgment, something amazing happens. Those fears, doubts, and anxieties dissolve on their own because they are not you, because they are not yours. You just experience them. Just like turning on the light naturally makes darkness disappear, increasing awareness naturally removes the resistance. And you no longer identify with it. And it shows that you are not attached to what is in front of you, because consciousness is the only reality. What you focus on internally, who you are, and what you experience is always at your fingertips through your awakened imagination, and just resting in your awareness here and now. And the more you let go of what is, your suffering is no longer present, because, as Buddha said, attachment is the root of all suffering. And we only suffer because we say no to what happens here and now. But once you accept it, you're free from that suffering. And all of that leads to one thing: allowing yourself to feel whole right now, right here, by going into your imagination and giving yourself the experience before you experience it in 3D. Because when you do, everything else falls into place. You're fulfilled in there, in your imagination. So let's sum it up. The reason most people struggle with manifestation isn't because they're doing it wrong. It's because they're carrying too much resistance from their previous patterns. They don't clean the wine bottles before pouring in the new wine. And the key isn't to do more, it's to undo the patterns that block your desires. Instead of trying to do all the right things, remove the wrong things. Self-observation and awareness naturally dissolve resistance, so real manifestations can finally come through. Because the well-being is always flowing to us, we just resist it and don't allow it in. Now I want to hear from you. What's the biggest realization you've had about manifestation? Drop it in the comment below. I'll be very happy to read this. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that this video helped you. Subscribe to my newsletter and explore some free resources in the description box below, like for example the quiz that I created for identifying your manifestation blocks with customized tips based on your quiz result. These are the videos that YouTube think that you should watch next. And remember, you are brave, you are loved. Be kind to yourself. Bye now.